Hi guys, it's Daniel here, and today we are going to find out what a binomial is. Binomial. Now, a binomial has, you guessed it, two terms. Bi, you see, and choose m. This is called a binomial. It's pronounced n choose m, and I'll show you why in a second, but the definition is you have n factorial over m factorial times n minus m factorial. And you may also see the notation NCM, I think it was, but I don't really see that used that often except for like in some school textbooks. So if for now and for like all the videos that this channel will be doing, we'll be using this notation, n choose m. Now, for the definition, n factorial over m factorial times n minus m factorial, if you're not sure or what a factorial is, it's just n factorial is just equal to n times n minus 1 times all the way to 2 times 1. So 4 factorial would be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 24. Alright. So this is what a binomial is. So let's first look at an example. 5 choose 2. And while plugging it in a formula, this is just equal to 5 factorial over 2 factorial times, well, 5 minus 2 is 3, so this is 3 factorial, which is equal to 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 times 3 times 2 times 1. And you see that this stuff all cancels out. And now you have 5 times 4 over 2. But this 5 times 4 is just 20, and divided by 2 is just 10. So this is 10. Right. So now on to why we call it choose, n choose m. Like, why not just call it, like, I don't know, n binomial m or something like that? Why is it n choose m? Well, it's because in the combinatoric sense, if we have n objects, let's call it like, oops, that is weird. That's a circle. We have n objects. And we want to choose out of these n identical objects. They have to be identical. Out of these n objects, if we choose m of them, how many ways are there to do that? And the answer to this question is n choose m. So n choose m ways. And why is that? Well, first of all, if we choose m of them, first we can choose any object, so that's n ways to choose that. Second time we can choose any of the objects, so n minus 1 ways, all the way to when we choose the mth object will be n minus m plus 1 ways to do this. But we have overcounted, because if we choose this one first and then choose this one first, it's the exact same thing as choosing this one first, then choosing this one first. In fact, we've overcounted exactly m factorial ways times as many ways, because if we have m different objects that we chose in order, if they're all the same, then choosing them in any order would still yield the same answer. Well, yield the same group. So there's m factorial ways to choose them, so I have to divide by m factorial. Yeah? Okay. So that means this would just be equal to n factorial. Well, the first top part we can simplify as n factorial over n minus m factorial. This is just, if you expand these two, there's a bunch of cancellation and you get the numerator. And we have an m factorial here. And this is precisely the definition of a binomial. So we are done. In the next video, we'll be going over what is called the binomial theorem. which looks something like this. Kind of complicated. Well, next video you'll find out that it is not as complicated as it looks.
This past week we just hit 200 subscribers. It's really amazing. 200 is a big number. It's a really significant landmark for us.